If you guys have watched the Digimon Ghost Game anime and are fans of the show, then this deck profile will be perfect for you. Digimon fans, welcome back today, and we'll be showcasing the brand new Gammamon Deck Profile. I know many of you guys are huge fans of Gammamon, and that is exactly why I wanted to show all you guys what I have prepared for it. The Gammamon strategy is quite fairly similar to the style of Armor Rush, where level 4s are actually your main focus of the deck, and you just gotta keep attacking with them over and over again to win. But there's actually more to that. There's also Canoweissmon, which is Gammamon's ultimate Digivolution, and this card bridges a lot of gaps between your level 4s and your level 6s with its unique effect. But some of you guys might be thinking right now, there's one problem. We actually don't have a level 6 for Gammamon in the card game just yet. Well, don't worry, because I have been playtesting quite a bit with this deck and found the perfect level 6s that you should be having in this particular build. But speaking of which, the actual level 6 Gammamon has recently been revealed to be coming in the Japan's reprint set where we have Canoweissmon. So when that card comes out for us in English, I'll definitely be doing an updated Gammamon and Canoweissmon deck profile for it too. So if you guys are just as excited and can't wait, then be sure to hit that subscribe button right now and turn on that notification bell to stay tuned. Also, don't forget to give this video a like because it just greatly helps and I appreciate all of the support. But let's just go right into the build and show you guys what I have for today. Okay, starting off with the Digi-Egg cards, we've got the 4 copies of Gurimon. This is a Gammamon deck after all, and it only makes sense to run the Gurimon. But, you know, all jokes aside, seriously, like, this egg is actually really meant for this deck too. You know, because when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has 6,000 or more DP, the Inheritable gives you draw 1, and guys, all of your Digimon from level 4 onwards to level 5s to 6 and 7s, they're all going to be 6,000 and above. Especially the level 4s being really important to meet the 6,000 threshold, which is why it synergizes so greatly with this deck, and drawing cards are always great. Okay, so let's start off with our rookies. It's basically all going to be Gammamons, because, like I said, after all, it is a Gammamon deck. But the first Gammamon we got to showcase with you guys is the BT8 one. This one is your turn once per turn. When you play a Red Tamer, you get to draw 1 card, which is very nice. We do play quite a handful of Red Tamers in this deck, so it's going to help a lot for sure. With its Inheritable, when attacking, if this Digimon has 6,000 more DP, you get to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 or less. And that's going to be really good because 3,000 or less, you get to get rid of like memory blockers, those rookies, you know, lots of stuff in general, basically most rookies, which is very, very good. Next up, we got a promo Gammamon. This one, I believe, is the promo one from the Starter Deck 11. Or really from the box topper pack of Starter Deck 11 that came along with BT10. And this Gammamon is on play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 2,000 DP or less, and its Inheritable is just like it's on play, but when attacking, it deletes your opponent's Digimon with 2,000 DP or less as well. And yeah, just really good again, dealing with rookies. Not as good as the first one, because the first one can delete higher threshold DP with 3,000, but still really good, and you definitely want to maximize as many Gammamons as you can anyways in this deck. Next, we have another promo Gammamon. I tell you guys, Gammamon is all about promos. This one is specifically from Tournament Pack 5. So once again, quick reminder guys, this is why it's really important for you guys to participate in your local tournaments, because you do get exclusive cards sometimes like this Gammamon, for example. And you're definitely going to be needing it to build this deck because, once again, you need as much Gammamons as possible. This one's very simple. With its Inheritable, is your turn while you have a hero in play. This Digimon gets extra 2,000 DP. Really, really important. Really helps out your top end as well, which is why 4 copies is a must. Last but not least, we got another promo Gammamon. This one specifically is from the New Awakening pre-release event, which came with this card by participating in the pre-release. So once again, guys, reminder, participate in your special local tournaments, pre-release events, you know, promo events, and all these kind of stuff, because you get these really important exclusive cards once again for you to build a deck like this. But this one is your turn while you have a Red Tamer in play. This Digimon can also attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. This card does cost 1 to Digivault on top of an egg, which is the only reason why we really want to be playing 1. We don't want to be seeing this card as often, but being able to attack and suspend this stuff is pretty nice, and it does come in handy, and I wish we can do it a little bit more often as well with the combos. But yeah, 1 for now is real. So that wraps up for all of the rookies. Let's talk about our level 4s, where we have even more Gammamons. First and foremost, we got the Battle Gammamon right here. This is when Digivolving Blitz. Very, very simple, so that you can swing over onto your opponent's side when you do pass memory back to them. Really, really handy for sure. Then we got 4 copies of Gulus or Gullus Gammamon. I'm not too sure how to pronounce this to be exact, but this Gammamon right here is, I think, the best one out of all the Gammamons that are in level 4. First and foremost, it is purple, but you can Digivolve for 2 on top of any Gammamon. So, which is why, very important, why we want to just maximize our rookie lineup with all Gammamons only. All turns, while a card with Gammamon and its name is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards gains Retaliation, which is going to be really good. And then its second effect is actually what I would think the better effect, and it's really good because on deletion, you may play one Gammamon from your trash suspended without paying its memory cost. This is basically like how Armor Purge works, almost. And however, the better thing is that you can actually utilize some on-play effects back from it, which is really, really nice. So once again, this is definitely the really cool Gulus Gammamon that you want to be playing for 100%, you know, so you can cycle your Gammamons over and over again and sort of do almost like Armor Rush strategies with it. Then we have 2 copies of Chaos Gammamon. Just like Gulus Gammamon, you Digivolve for 2 on top of Gammamon, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a blue Digimon. And then your turn, this Digimon can't be blocked, which is nice. And then, to round off, for all of our level 4 Gammamons, we've got 2 copies of Wezen Gammamon here. Also Digivolving for 2 on top of Gammamon, so you don't have to Digivolve on top of green. And it has Piercing, which again, is pretty nice to have sometimes, but, you know, not very, very crucial as core. And then to round off for all of our level 4s, we do have 2 Burning Greymons. Very important reason why we play this card, and there's 2 key reasons we actually do. First and foremost, we do play quite a handful of Tamers, red Tamers specifically, so then we do want to sometimes Digivolve on top of them, and we can swing over, which is why I opted in for 2. But not only that, why Burning Greymon specifically, it's because of its Dragonkin trait, which will have a lot of synergy with some of our cards later on, and I will talk about it more when we get there. That's it for level 4s. Let's talk about our level 5s. I guess this is like the so-called core key boss Digimon of the deck, where we have Canoweissmon. That's the ultimate level version of Gammamon, essentially. And it Digivolves for 3 on top of a level 4 Gammamon Digimon in its name. So any of your level 4 Gammamons basically can Digivolve for 3, which is really good, into this guy. And in your turn, once per turn, when one of your Tamers becomes suspended, this Digimon gains extra 2000 DP for the turn. Then if this Digimon has a total of 12,000 DP or more, it gains security +1. This is going to be really crucial and very synergizing with our Tamers, which I'll talk more about later on in the combos as well. But this is really, really important because it gives you the aggression. This is like a pseudo level 6 boss Digimon, if anything. But being a level 5, able to do 2 checks, really, really nice. All turns as well. This Digimon gains all the effects with cards with Gammamon in their names in its Digivolution sources, meaning that all the level 4s that we're playing and all the level 3s that has Gammamon, we gain their main effects as well. So it's a very cool and interesting effect because Canoweissmon kind of builds up like various different inheritables that are not really like kind of inheritables. So that's really nice, and its inheritable effect allows you to do exactly the same as the second effect for your top end level 6 Digimon. So that's really, really crucial. And I definitely want to quickly talk about how amazing the alt art is. I personally think it's just one of the best alt arts out there in BT10, and it's just super cool. And even compared to the regular art, the alt art actually makes the regular art look not as great, but I love the alt art of this card so much, and I think it's just so really cool. Very, very well done. Amazing illustration. And then for another level 5, we do play 1 copy of Chimeramon. Like you guys can see, we do play quite a handful of level 4s in our deck, and it gives us opportunity to play Chimeramon. And we do have various types of colors, which Chimeramon will actually be able to get a lot of value out of it as well. I tried with 2 initially, and I didn't feel like it was as consistent, and I didn't really need to pull off Chimeramon plays as much as I thought, simply because it's very hard to set up 2 level 4s in this deck and in this current format anyways. So 1 is really good just for its tech choice. That's it for all of our level 5s. Let's talk about our level 6s. The main level 6, I guess we're sort of playing here, is War Greymon from BT1. This is actually a very good generic red level 6 to have, simply because it gets security +1 when Digivolving, and it can also just have built-in ADP to turn off all your opponent's security options when it swings in. So it's very, very nice. And then with the help of Canoweissmon, you can build a lot of inheritables partially with the Gammamon together with this guy. And yeah, this is like your, I guess, your bread and butter stack building combo for the deck for sure. But that's not it for level 6s, because I then have 2 copies of Dorbickmon. So a really funny thing I just want to mention, if anything, I feel like Dorbickmon is like the perfect level 6 Digivolution line of Gammamon as it looks like, because it kind of looks like it. A lot of cards in your deck, mainly the Gammamons, are Ceratopsians, and then all your level 4s are mostly Dragonkins, and then your level 5s, mainly being your Canoweissmon is a Sky Dragon, which basically falls in all the traits for this guy's Digicross requirements. Once again, guys, there's a lot more than to it what it says on the text. With the Digicross requirements, there's a text update effect on this, and I'll post a link to the official text update rulings for this as well and include it in the description box, so definitely be sure to check that out and make sure what you can actually be doing with Dorbickmon. But yeah, Dorbickmon works very well. I've been playing a lot of Dorbickmon recently, and this is surprisingly one of the best cards to come out from EX3. It has Rush. On play, you can delete your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less, and for every sources you have, you get to increase it by 2000. So mainly when you do stack up to 5 sources, you can delete something with 13k, which is fantastic. And yeah, and this is exactly why the reason why we play Burning Greymon as our hybrid for game is because it is a Dark Dragon and it does meet its Digicross requirements as well. So really good card for sure, and it definitely makes sense to play in this deck. Last but not least, to round off our Digimon, one Blitz Omni for game. Blitz Omni is just always nice, gives you that extra swing. When we finish doing our War Greymon combo or even Dorbickmon combo with the turn next, we can always just go into a Omnimon to make an extra swing with War Greymon underneath it. For Dorbickmon, we may not be able to do an extra swing, but being able to unsuspend and then attack again next turn with pretty decent inheritables can pretty help as well. Pretty nice. So yeah. That's it for all of our Digimon. Let's talk about our Tamers, and the Tamers we play are Hero. Now, the first hero I want to talk about is this promo hero, which once again is from TP5, and you get TP5 from participating in your locals, and this is a must-have card. This card is super crucial to Gammamon strategy because your turn, when you attack with a Digimon that has Gammamon and its Digivolution cards, you may suspend this Tamer to have that Digimon gain security +1 for the turn. And this is going to be really crucial, really nice. Combos very nicely with your Canoweissmon as well, so that you can actually potentially even do like multiple checks with it, or even with your War Greymon and Dorbickmon. So it's going to be very good, and it's only 3 costs, so you definitely want to maximize this one as much as you can because it gives you that aggression. And then of course we have the memory version, memory hero right here. And yeah, setting our memory at the beginning of every turn to 3, which is very important. But also your turn, when we attack with a Digimon that has Gammamon in its name or is a level 5 or higher, we may suspend this Tamer to have one of our Digimon gain to extra 2000 DP, which will very greatly help with our Canoweissmon combos, but also with our top end. We're not super strong with DP overall, so you know, with Hero giving us the extra DP definitely helps a lot, and just really important again. But that's it for the Tamers. Let's talk about our options. First and foremost, we got Brie Claw right here. Was it Bear Claw? I'm not too sure, but main, one of your Digimon gets extra 2000 DP for the turn. Then you can place one Digimon card with Gammamon and its name from your hand under one of your Digimon sources to draw one card. This is very nice when you're doing your stack building combos, because then when you have Canoweissmon together, you can sort of pick and choose and add like extra inheritables or extra effects with Gammamons to increase it even better. And then with the security effect is that it lets you play a Gammamon from your hand or trash for free as well, which is also going to be really good. So yeah, pretty nice dedicated option card for the deck for sure. And then for more generic stuff, 2 red memory boosts, great for searching, great for delay, once again getting memory, finding stuff that we need, just very nice, always very good standard staple for red. For removal options, we got 1 Gaia Force and as well as 1 Crimson Blaze, just 1 and 1 to juggle between the both. Gaia Force is always just great for removing anything we want. Crimson Blaze just to deal with wide boards. You guys can definitely juggle around the ratios with depending on the meta or what your matchups are like anyways, to sort of match those. So yeah. Alright, that's it for all the cards I want to talk about for this deck, and I don't really have any extra suggestions for this particular build, but if you guys do have any cool suggestions or cool tech choices, definitely let me know in the comments down below. So let's just jump straight into the combos and how you want to play this deck. So Gammamon is very similar to Armor Rush, really. A lot of your heavy focus comes down to your level 4s and making early swings. So of course you're going to be hatching your egg, and then you Digivolve whichever Gammamon you have, you know, on at the time. You know, if you need extra DP, then go for this one. If you have stuff that you can delete your opponents, you know, because your opponents might be playing rookies for searching early stages of the game as well, you can definitely utilize this one too, and just go ahead. And really, having 2 memories is definitely nice. Ideally, you want to be going into any of your level 4 Gammamons, just of course depending on the situation of what you have. Gulu's Gammamon being the best one, like I mentioned earlier. So if you do have like 2 memory, or you can set it up in your raising already, ready to go, you can just, all you have to do is just once you push it up, you just swing. You don't really need to think too much about it. You definitely want to just, you know, do as much early game chip damage, and you just want to repeat the chipping again and again and again, and then have your top end as well eventually, and then you just want to finish the game that way to apply pressure as quickly as you can. Now, if Ghoul's Gammamon gets deleted, that's totally fine, because if it gets deleted, you can play a Gammamon back suspended, and it's just very, very good. If it doesn't get deleted, it stays on board, you get to swing again next turn. Otherwise, you can also utilize this retaliation to get rid of big things that are kind of problematic as well. Otherwise, if you only have one memory, you can even just push up your Gammamon even, and then just play the Battle Gammamon right here, and then it can even swing for Blitz immediately right there. Again, you don't really have to think too much about it. You get to draw one as well. If you have a different Gammamon inheritable, this one gives the extra 2000 DP, helps out a lot very nicely to make it even stronger, so it can potentially survive the battles too. Okay, so for the second combo, let's talk about the Canoweissmon combo. So while you're doing the first part of the gameplay strategy, of course, you want to be also at the same time growing your stack. Again, whichever Gammamon you have at the time is really what you can really go for, ideally, and then start a build. Let's just say we have Gulus once again, and then eventually you can just Digivolve into a Canoweissmon right here, and then pass to your opponent. Your opponent will put you back to 3 or whatever. If you have hero, then great. If not, then that's totally okay. You want to make sure that you're setting up your heroes as well. So once you're ready, you push up your Canoweissmon right here, and this is how you sort of get to the 12k DP threshold so that you can do as much security attacks as possible. So what you want to do is swing with security into Canoweissmon, and then if you have the memory hero right here, that would be perfect, because you suspend the hero, it'll give it extra 2k, and then because as Red Tamer was suspended this turn, Canoweissmon gets another extra 2k, fulfilling the 12k threshold. So then it does security plus 1 right here for 2 checks, and you get to draw one and delete something as well. Now on the other flip side, if you don't have this memory hero and you have this hero instead, then you probably ideally want to have this Gammamon in your stack instead, because this one gives you extra 2000 DP while you have a hero. So which happens in this case is, if we're going to rearrange the stack, once again, very similar, as soon as you swing in with Canoweissmon by default will be at 10k with this Gammamon inheritable because you have a hero, and then you can suspend this hero to give it extra security plus 1 and the extra 2k as well. And now, as a matter of fact, you get to be swinging in for 3 checks with this Canoweissmon, which is really, really good and fantastic. So with that all explained, then let's bridge on further into our level 6 combo. If we can get into a War Greymon right here, then even more fantastic, because now we can even push it up and have all these different inheritables still apply to War Greymon. When we push it up, we definitely want to be digivolving it, utilizing its digivolving effect rather than digivolving it and raising. And then of course we get security plus 1. We can swing in here with it. We can suspend hero to give it an extra another security. We get an extra 2k here from this Gammamon, and then you get to draw one. So 13k with lots of checks and no options as well is definitely something that's really, really nice to have. So that's how you're going to want to be playing your War Greymon. And then on the other flip side, you can at the same time also play your Dorbickmon instead by making sure that you have like 5 sources ideally to sort of fulfill for it right here. And let's just say the stack kind of looks like this. The Battle Gammamon is actually least ideal because it gives when Digivolving Blitz. So even if you have Canoweissmon, you don't really get to Blitz with Dorbickmon. Dorbickmon has Rush anyways, but if you do pass your memory to your opponent, you don't get the Blitz because Dorbickmon is Digi-Crossplayed and it's not considered as Digivolving. So it's actually even better to have something like Cow's Gammamon instead if you have the luxury to choose. Keep in mind, like sometimes there are situations that I have to put a War Greymon underneath it, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. You have to do what you got to do to bring out the Dorbickmon if you see a lot of value, because if you do and you have 3 memory, you go to 0 after Digi-Crossing, you can swing in for lots of checks, use hero again to give it extra security 1 and extra 2k with the Gammamon inheritable, so be swinging in for multiple checks with Dorbickmon right here. And if you do eventually see your Omnimon, you can definitely utilize it and play further on from there as well alongside with the War Greymon. And then for the final part of the game plan is having the Burning Greymon, which is very nice. So you can go for hybrid for game when you need to. So when you want to be doing your hybrid combo plays instead, make sure that you don't suspend your heroes so that your Burning Greymon can come out unsuspended to make those extra swings and attacks to go for game. So a lot of early game aggression to chip your opponents away and then eventually sneak in with hybrid attacks, or go with your big level 5 and level 6 plays to finish off all their security and then finish game from there as well. So this is how you really want to be playing Gammamon. Very, very simple, very cool different ways to play it, and sort of like different steps and processes to sort of like advance your game state and then to win games. That'll wrap up for the deck profile for today. If you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please give it a like. If you have any suggestions, recommendations, or questions, be sure to share it with everyone in the comments section down below. We got lots more Digimon videos and content coming your way, so definitely once again, subscribe right now and turn on that notification bell to stay tuned. As always, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great day, great night, wherever you are. See you in the next video. It is Avault, signing out.